living in this complicated, changing world, we become something despaired, because it is possible to see that the conditions of the human race are deteriorating. There was a time 2 decades or 3 before where there was a great optimism, saying that new ideas come and people are willing to change and develop true democracy and so on. But now we see around us that things are going down on all levels. So I think it is important to realize that we are not alone on the planet, but that there are parallel evolutions that can help us in these situations. First of all, I would like to try to change our attitude towards a very important parallel evolution, which in effect is part of us. This is what we call the world of ancestors and descendants. In our Western cultures, it is like they have gone into the realms of death, and there they are. This is absolutely not true. They represent a parallel evolution. On one side, we are on the earth, embodied and with the possibilities to do something with our hands. And then a second half of humanity is not on the physical level, but exists parallelly. This means here and now, where we are, just here and now, but on another frequency level. We call them ancestors and descendants as not yet born children. They are not passive in a nirvana mostly, but they are very interested in what is going on with humanity, with the planet, and with also with the individual evolution of human beings. In our way to push our sisters and brothers from the parallel world into a kind of cage, a prison of other world, we lose something most precious, which is the possibility to collaborate. It is like 2 parts of ourselves, the soul part and the manifested, embodied part. They should be one. We should exchange. Those who are not incarnated in the body, they have the best overview over the whole, what is going on right now on the earth and in the universe. And they can counsel, they can inspire us to do the right things, and we have hands to do things in reality, in the world of excuse me, in the world of form. So it needs to change this wrong pattern of boundary between us. We are 2 parallel evolutions that are meant to collaborate and co-create together. It needs to open our hearts and our consciousness to this possibility. This would be the first step possible. The second parallel evolution that I get contact during the last 3 years is called the evolution of she. She comes from the Celtic mythology and means the fairy people, but they are not fairies like elemental beings. They represent a complete evolution parallel to the human, which means a civilization. The story goes that in the very past, the Earth invited us as twin evolution, the she and us, human beings, to join the development of the Earth and to co-create with Gaia. Human part decided to go into matter and explore these fantastic possibilities that Gaia is offering, life to be incarnated in matter, so that living beings, it is possible to create in matter, living beings making their evolution like plants or animals. And us humans went down into the caves and started from the very beginning in the matter and developed to our up-to-date civilization, which in effect is very creative and unique. And they decided to explore the possibilities that Gaia is offering or has developed in the realm of subtle energies, how to create, going from the causal, the archetypal worlds, like she is creating from inside out. So they took this way, and they built also, they didn't exist only in the invisible reality, but they built also structures on the physical level, but from inside out, like elemental beings are creating. Excuse me. And which means the two paths that we took are complementary, but we lost connection. We lost connection because the human race started to develop in the patriarchal age towards dominating the planet and all its beings, and so this closed itself in its own egocentrical world. But at this moment, not just me, but also some other authors got direct communication with the she people because they realize that we are going to destroy the planet in the way we are dealing with life and nature and with each other. So they offer their help, how we can make the transition into a new era of peace and community between all beings of the earth and the universe. There is part of this revelation of the parallel evolution of she is discovering their creations, like the Bosnian pyramids, for example. They were hidden from our eyes like a natural phenomena, but now they start to reveal. I find such relics of the she civilization in North and in South America, but also in different places in Europe. They are often stone structures of such a dimension that nobody would think that it is a culture creation. like with the parallel evolution of the human ancestors and descendants, also in the case of the she evolution as a fairy evolution, it needs to open our consciousness to the possibility that the parallel evolutions exist. But more important is that we as human beings discover those aspects of ourselves that belong to that evolutions. Like we are alive, but we are also dead at the same time, which means we are also souls at the same time. But also we are human beings, and yet we carry within ourselves also the fairy body, the subtle body, and also the knowledge that the parallel evolution of she has gathered in interacting with the subtle atomic dragon and other creative energies of the and beings of the earth. So this knowledge we can call then into existence, into present, so that we become stronger, more trustful, and capable to meet the challenges of this time.